أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما أبرئ نفسي إن النفس لأمارة بالسوء إلا ما رحم ربي إن ربي غفور رحيم. Thinking and pondering on this ayah, it's a very, very crucial ayah. Allah Ta'ala is teaching us through Yusuf ala Nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam so many lessons, ayatul lis-sa'idin, for greatness, for prosperity, for leadership. Allah is teaching us in the akhlaq of Sayyidina Yusuf ala Nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam that we should have, number one, is a lot of sabr. What people do to us, we shouldn't take it to heart. Allah has a greater plan. What the brothers did, what the merchants did, what Zulaykha did, what the ministers did, what happened in jail. Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, not a wink alluded to that in any way that I have any grouse, any complaint. If that is the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so be it. And the next step, Allah Ta'ala opens the way. Allah opens the way. And this is the reality that if we take the right steps, and this is crucial, may we learn this lesson as a ummah of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We have to do the right things. And the previous ayat, Allah Ta'ala says this whole story of Yusuf alayhi salam and Zulaykha and the minister's wife and the ladies and what happened there. Let's bury it and get over with it. We need to move on in life. So this statement here also goes both ways. It goes to either the minister's wife said it or Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam said it. Both have two very unique lessons in it. First of all, if it's the wife that said it, that means the Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam staying in their house planted the seed of Iman into her heart. And during his absence, that Iman grew to a level where she forgot herself and she was attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When the question came that who was wrong, she admitted, she said, no, not me. Yeah, I was wrong. Yusuf is very, very truthful. Innahu lamid as-sadiqeen. That is sohbat of awliya Allah, sohbat of Anbiya alayhi salatu wassalam. When you stay with them, you might have inclination to other way, but that Iman that they plant into the heart, there is no equivalent to it. She concludes that whole section, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. I know I tried something wrong. I'm not saying I'm totally innocent. I'm absolved of it. The nafs, ammara, is prone to evil. Inna nafsa la'ammaratum bisu. Allah give us the understanding. We all have this nafs. We discussed this yesterday as well. It is prone to evil. And I'm also been a victim of it. Inna Rabbi ghafurur rahim. I didn't really do anything wrong. And if I did also, my Allah, Inna Rabbi, Zulaykha is saying this, my Rabb is most forgiving, most merciful. Her Iman, her taqwa, her bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been to a level where she admired Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam even more. And the great gift that Allah ta'ala gave is unique. If that is the speech of Zulaykha, if we take it to this is the speech of Sayyidina Yusuf ala Nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam, it has even a greater meaning. That here I am out of prison, things have changed, I'm stepping into a very big office, and now I need to understand who I am, and this is crucial. Allah Ta'ala shares us. The shaitan has two baits that he uses for humankind to take them away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One is shahwa, that means desire and temptation. And Zulaykha was a victim of that. And the other is pride, ego, and that is even worse than the temptation. Temptation will make you do evil and wrong, but pride and being authoritarian and to have this ego in one leads to what Netanyahu is doing. It could be disastrous. So Yusuf ala Nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wa salam is teaching us here, whatever excellence I've got is not mine, it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many are great scholars, many are great spiritual people, shaitan takes them into the web, spins them into the sky, and then drops them very hard. And they become a means of fitna. Allah save us. This is a small story. My father, rahmatullah alayhi, was the Khalifa of Hazrat Mandi, rahmatullah alayhi, great person. But he kept himself so hidden that nobody would even know that he was a great wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One day Hazrat Maulana Asad Sahib, rahmatullah alayhi, the son of Hazrat Sheikh Mandi, rahmatullah alayhi, was here, and they were sitting on a dastarkhan and eating. My father couldn't chew very well, so he took a piece of meat and then he told Brother Muhsin next to him that eat my tabarruk here. Hazrat Maulana Asad Sahib heard it. He said, अच्छा मौलाना बायजीद साहब का तबर्रुक होता है? He said, नहीं हजरत मैं तबर्रुक नहीं कर रहा, तो ऐसे ही कह दिया, मुझसे खाया नहीं जाता है, I'm giving it to him to eat. अच्छा मौलाना बायजीद साहब का तबर्रुक होता है? That means it has gone to your head that you are now a great wali of Allah and you got tabarruk. They used to keep themselves so humble and so in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what Yusuf ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam is teaching us here. Allah is teaching us through Yusuf ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. I don't absolve myself. I don't say I'm innocent. I don't take any credit for the gifts that Allah Ta'ala has given me, because the nafs is going to make me do something not really doing this. And if I've absolved myself and acquitted myself in this situation, it is a fadl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is Iman, this is Iman, this is Iman. Allah save us from wrong, it is from Allah. Allah give us tawfiq to do good, it is from Allah. All credit goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We take nothing for ourselves. Inna Rabbi Ghafurur Rahim. Allah concludes this and says that whether Zulaykha said it or Yusuf alayhi salam said it, surely my Rabb is most forgiving, most merciful. We are human, we will err, but if we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Anbiya are ma'soom, they don't err, but even if there is a slight little not to the level of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to make istighfar more than 100 times a day, not that because they sin, but because of their ta'alluq and the close proximity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To be very careful is very important. The daraja demands that they stay humble in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna Rabbi Ghafoor, and He is most Rahim, He is most merciful. He has afforded us this opportunity to serve or to abstain. May Allah Ta'ala grant us this Iman in us also to the highest level, that if we do something good, let not go to our heads. If we abstain from something wrong, it is the fadl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah keep us protected, and Allah Ta'ala grant us tawfiq. Ameen ya Rabbal Alamin.